Hi, Mrs. Castle here, and we're going to talk about how to make the tips for your sunflower painting work. Okay, the first thing that I want you to do before you just start clicking off pictures is to read the 4 tips that I gave you. So read through those, and then, if you look at your camera or look through your camera, we need some grid lines on there. So that will help you when you're going to take your photos according to the tips. So I'm gonna go to my settings, and I'm gonna scroll down until I see camera right there with music and TV and photos and all of that. I'm gonna click on it, and then there's a setting on there called grid. I'm gonna turn that on. Then I'm gonna go back to my camera, and there you go. See, there are some grid lines on here that kind of look like a tic-tac-toe board. And this is gonna help us use what is called the rule of thirds. And what the rule of thirds says is that there are some really good places composition-wise, and composition is how you lay out your piece of art, where you put major things. And for our sunflower painting, the flower arrangement with the sunflowers is going to be the most important thing. So you want to put it in the best place. The best place is not exactly in the center like that. That's boring. First graders do that. We're no longer first graders, so we need to kind of step it up a little bit. There's too much empty space all around, so that's not good. So the rule of thirds says that the best places to put things are like 1/3 from each side, and 1/3 from the top, and 1/3 from the bottom. Okay, on those lines. And the most visually important spots are where those lines cross like that, in those little places right there. Comparatively, compared to this is a little bit more exciting. But we can make it even more exciting by making the flower arrangement larger by zooming. Either zooming with your fingers, or zooming in physically. I'm moving my iPad closer. And so I've got my flower arrangement on that 3rd mark, and I've got the back edge of the table about on that line right there. So those are good places to have those. The other thing I wanted you to make sure that you're doing is having some of the flowers going off the top, like up here, and off the side, like right there. And let's see, and I've still got my other third rules met. Okay. This also works vertically. Like this is still way too much space here, and way too much boring space there. So I'm going to scooch over. Let's do it on this side this time. I'm going to zoom, and that I've got flowers going off this side and flowers going off the top. I almost have flowers going off this side, and that's just so much more visually interesting than having things right exactly in the middle. So I'm going to be checking for those things. And my back farthest away edge of the table is still about 1/3 up. It can be slightly above that or slightly below that, but never, never, never exactly in the middle like that. Okay, this is the worst of all possible compositions. Having flowers in the center, and the far edge of the table in the center. So boring. So we just change a couple of things. those two small things can make your composition much more interesting. Another thing I want you to think about, if instead of taking 5 photos like this, take some here, take some in that position, take some horizontally, and over here, shift over here. You can even get up or walk to another spot. That'll even do. And I know the back edge of my table kind of goes diagonally up there, but it's not exactly, it's not right there in the middle. So, and I've got flowers going off on this side, and I had some going off on the top. So be a little bit creative. You need 5 photos. As I said, 55 points, or maybe I didn't say it on this version of the video. 55 points for your 5 photos, that they're on a Google Doc, and you have turned them in and you've named the document appropriately. So keep all of that in mind. I think that's all. Let me know if you have any questions. Be resourceful. I like to give full bucks for being resourceful, so be resourceful. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.